So, got a call from the website yesterday. Hopefully, new client. So, I looked to see how that new client found me. And because when they called in, they were asking about help desk. So, this is basically what I found. They hit the website and they landed on this page right here directly from Google. And so, it looks like they did a search for Kansas City IT help desk. And if I scroll down a little bit, and the thing is, the results might be different for everybody, but I think that's the link that they clicked on right there because that's the page that they landed on. And then once they landed on the page, I'm 100% sure they clicked on this right here.
Aye.
I'm 100% sure they did it, dude. Because that's what it is, man. I think that's why I was so pressing and urgent to try to get that video on there, because I knew that if the client could see me, we just took down a barrier. And that's exactly, I think, what that did. Because then they went directly to pricing. And then I guess they didn't find anything, so they filled this out. And then they came down here and they clicked on TikTok. And I don't have a TikTok page, so I just reserved the name. But just so you know, people, even though you're a service industry business, they want to know about that stuff. So they called the weirdest call ever in the world. Let me get this microphone over here. So they're like, hey, we have a full-time IT person, and what we're looking for is we're looking for a backup to whenever he's out of town or he's sick. Now, that sounds really strange. They have, a big company, 40 computers, IT person on staff, but they're still looking for an MSP to help out. So first time I ever heard of that. Last night I was a little bit, I don't know the word I'm looking for, anxious. And also just really wondering what in the heck they were wanting. And so the meeting couldn't have gone any better. They were really receptive to me putting my software on their computers, all that stuff. So really, really nice dudes. So I have been, for the last week or so, I have been working on getting an email campaign going. And so in my CMR, so I don't know if you guys have looked into this, but clay.com is kind of like the place to start. So I think I signed up for the $150 plan and got some credits, and dude, I blew through those in 30 minutes because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So anyways, I got quite a few, really, really good. And the thing is that I wasn't really searching for CEO, CIO, kind of the top people. I was just searching broadly in the Lee Summit area for just anybody and everybody that had an email address. And so I shouldn't have did that. I should have, and I will. I'm gonna change things next time I do this so that it's more refined and I'm only going for decision makers so I can save my credits. And then I have another way to verify. So that's what I've been working on, is trying to really nail this. I haven't actually sent out any messages, but I do have my message already ready to go. So let me see if I can pull that up here real quick, just to see if I can get that over here. All right. Okay, there we go. So that's the actual email that I will be sending out as soon as I'm ready to launch this. So I don't know if you've ever run one of these, but if we go into senders, what you'll see is that these are the email addresses that are going to be sent out. But you have to let these warm up for 2 weeks. And so they're still warming up. I haven't started this because I'm waiting on this. So got quite a few really good ones. And so I'm also using another application. Well, we'll do this one first. And that is this one right here. So it's called Leads Sniper. So I just typed in marketing agencies Lee Summit, and it just basically spit out 899 results, but they're not all going to contain email addresses. So what I'm going to do is download this, and now that I've downloaded it, I'm going to upload it here to Verifier Million, whatever they call it, Million Verifier. All right, so what it'll do is it'll look at that, and it only found, of those 900, 175 of those were actual email addresses in the line. So it's going to check every single one of those email addresses to make sure they're valid. And so this process takes a little bit of time. So what I'll do is after I come back and it's verified everything, then what I'll do is I'll just import them into the CMR here. And so I've already imported a bunch of them already, and So they're just going to be a little different in that. See, their first thing is they're going to be scraped off of Google business listings, so you don't really know who you're getting hold of. Plus, it doesn't have the person's first and last name; it's just a business name. So you just have to kind of like modify the message as it goes out, knowing that when you send out to these people. And see, I don't know that this is. The thing is I think what's happening here is a lot of these email addresses are being scraped like multiple times or something, because it shows I have 106 in here, but it just feels like I have more than that, just because I've been like I've ran this right here I think like 4 or 5 times today. So maybe it's just finding a bunch of dupes. I don't know. So that's what I've been working on, email marketing. That's what I'm gonna continue to work on. Also get some new clients. So first client, I think I got him. I sent him a proposal earlier for remote management, service only, and then just IT support whenever they need me. But the amazing freaking thing with this is that if they do decide to use me as their temporary or their only as needed IT person, I also get to install my remote management on all their computers, because they currently don't have that. So I get to charge them a monthly fee forever, no matter what. And I'm only going to make a little bit of money on that, but still, 40 computers. I told them $3, because the thing is that what I didn't want to do is come in too high and be like, oh, it's going to be $5 or $10. And then think, okay, 40 computers times 5, we're going to have to pay this forever. But $3, that's pretty manageable. About a little bit over $100 to know that your computers are always getting up to date, and you got an IT guy on standby. It's a win-win. So that's what I like, win-wins. And then when they do need me, I get to bill for that too. So win-win-win. That's what it's all about right there. So this one still hasn't finished yet. It has quite a few email addresses it has to verify. So with Clay, I've been learning so much with that. So the plan is that, again, what this is, MSP in the Midwest, trying to pick up new clients, trying to grow the business, trying to get somebody to sit right behind me and take these day-to-day help desk calls. Because even on that call, or even on that meeting I had this morning, they were asking me, do you have someone that works for you? So it's it is what it is. So all right, so that's it for me for today. So I'm an MSP in the Midwest. I'm trying to grow this. I moved into this office about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and the idea is to pick up more clients and to hire an employee and grow the business. And I'm doing it all on YouTube so that you guys can watch the progress. So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I am out of here. Peace.